And that is why I say that the purpose of a business is not to make profit, because profit you have to make in business. So now the question is, then what is the purpose of a business? And let me tell you friends, because we are talking about Atmanirbharta for the MSMEs. And how do we achieve that Atmanirbharta for the MSMEs or for any other business for that matter? And that is to understand the purpose of a business. And what is purpose of a business? Please remember, the purpose of a business is to create value. The purpose of a business is to create value by making profit. The purpose of a business is to create value by making profit or make profit by creating value. Either way, it is perfectly okay. So if you are in business, you have to create value. And remember, if you create value, then what will happen? If you create value, then you become more valuable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When you create value, you become more valuable. And when you become more valuable, you start getting more value. And that is why, number one, to become self-reliant, to become Atmanirbhar in any business, doesn't really matter as to what that business is to remember all the time that the purpose of a business is to create value. I am in business to create value. And I'm sure this question must be coming in the minds of every one of you as to what is the meaning of creating value? What is the meaning of creating value? And the meaning of creating value, friends, is very simple. Meaning of creating value is to make this world a better place to live today than it was yesterday. And that is value creation. So what a business is? A business is nothing but an engine for socio-economic transformation of the economy of a country. Socio-economic transformation of a country. And that is the objective of a business, that is to create value. Second thing that I would like to share with you as to how to achieve self-reliance. I'm sure friends, all of you must have heard of this company called Zomato. Zomato का कुछ दिन पहले पब्लिक इशू हुआ, ₹1 का शेयर 76 रुपए में इशू किया और ₹1 का शेयर 76 रुपए में इशू किया. 76 rupees में it was issued at 76 rupees. The issue got 38 times oversubscribed and company is making losses. And a issue that was made at a price of 76 rupees today that is ruling at the stock market at 134 rupees. And that is what we need to understand. How is that a company which is incurring losses, the 1 rupee share issued at 76 rupees, oversubscribed 38 times and is currently ruling on the stock exchanges at 134. There is a secret, friends, that we need to understand in the success of Zomato. Why Zomato is getting so huge valuations? Why Zomato is getting so huge valuations? Why a company called IRCTC or DMart or TCS are getting so huge valuations on the stock market? And please understand, the key is very simple. And that is the second mantra for achieving self-reliance in your business. And the key is very simple. What these businesses are doing? What is TCS doing? What is IRCTC is doing? What is DMart doing? What is Zomato doing? All these companies and many of companies of this kind, what they are doing? They are removing inefficiencies from the system. They are removing inefficiencies from the system. You go to any DMart outlet, you would see a big row, big line of people waiting for their number to come. Why? Because DMart, because of their supply chain, are able to sell the goods at much cheaper a price. And and how are they able to do it? They were able to do it by removing inefficiencies from the system. So the second thing that we need to remember is, don't look at as to what your product is. Don't try to sell as to this is what my product is. Don't go to your customer and tell your customer this is what my product is. Please buy it. Ask yourself how your product is going to help your customer in removing his pain. How your product is going to help your customer removing his pain or bringing pleasure to him. If your product can remove pain of your customer, if your product can bring pleasure to your customer, Remember, you do not have to sell your product to anyone. People will be after you to buy your product. So please identify as to what is that in your product which is going to help your customer remove the pain or bring pleasure to them. Third thing. Now, whether my business is creating value or my business is not creating value, how to figure it out? How to figure it out? Of course, technically what you can do, you can calculate as to what is something called as economic value added, EVA. You can calculate and find out if your business is having positive EVA, that means your business is creating value for everyone. If your business is having negative EVA, that means your business is not creating value for everyone. Definitely is not creating value for the shareholders. And remember, if a company is not creating value for the shareholders, that company is doomed. That company will not last for a very long time. So find out as to what is EVA of your business. Secondly, as I said earlier, what you can do is find out, is my company, is my product removing pain of my customer or giving them pleasure? If your product is removing pain of your customer, if your company's product is bringing pleasure to the customer, and you can be rest assured that you are creating value. Point number 4, how to ensure that I create value in my business. And I would say, friends, it's very simple. You only have to look at 5 things. You only have to look at 5 things to figure out, to ensure that your business continues to create value for all times to come. Number 1, look at your EBITDA margin. Look at your cash operating profit. Cash operating profit. Please understand, cash operating profit is lifeline of your business. Cash operating profit is oxygen of your business. If EBITDA of your business is strong, you do not have to worry about your business and its life for all times to come. Your business will keep on growing, because if your EBITDA is strong, if your EBITDA margin is strong, if your cash profit is strong, you will have all the money to grow for all times to come. So look at your EBITDA margin. Number 2, look at your current ratio. Somebody was talking about the working capital management, and very rightly so. Very rightly so, because the research shows 90% of the times across the globe, पूरी दुनिया में 90% of the times when a business closes, 90% of the time reason is failure of working capital management. Bad working capital management results into closure of a business. And therefore, the second thing that you must focus in your business to ensure that you attain self-reliance, and that is look at your current ratio. Look at your current ratio, and let me tell you, friends, if you look at the current ratio, you would be able to control the working capital management of your business without any difficulty whatsoever. Focus on your working capital. And I would say that a lot of people say that the working capital management is the responsibility of the CFO of the company. Let me tell you, working capital management of a company is not the responsibility of CFO of the company, CEO of the company, chairman of the company, board of directors of the company. It is the responsibility of everyone working in the company. Everyone working in the company, right from the security man to the chairman, has the responsibility of ensuring that there is a good working capital management. Please understand, by ensuring good working capital management, you establish in your business good working culture. Everybody in your business becomes conscious about the value of money. Number 3 that you must look at is your debt equity ratio, your financial leverage. And friends, MSMEs, I would like to highlight it in particular, because a lot of MSMEs that I come across and I advise and have been helping them in coming out of the crisis, they are in trouble because of the high debt. Because of high debt. Out of desperation, without having good financial control in their business, they get into the traps of NBFCs, many of the NBFCs, and they charge very hefty rate of interest, sometimes 20, 21%, 22%. And this person is, in that case, is in deep trouble, even much deeper trouble than what he was in before. So look at your debt equity ratio. Ensure your debt equity ratio is always under control. Number 4, look at your velocity of efficiency, velocity of utilization of your assets. You have started a business, you have a building, you have a plant and machinery, you have other assets, working capital. Ensure that all the assets are put to the best use. Every time, every month, your working capital turnover ratio must be improving every month, and that is what you need to ensure. And if you do that, your business will automatically be heading towards self-reliance. And number 4 that I would like to mention here, friends, is implement Padta. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of this term called Padta. Padta is a system of management control, and this system of management control called Padta was developed by none other than the legendary industrialist and businessman Shri Ghanshyam Das Ji Birla. Ghanshyam Das Ji Birla ने ये system चालू किया of management control and that is Padta. And let me tell you friends, Padta is very simple. Padta का मतलब क्या है? Padta का मतलब ये है कि घनश्याम दास बिरला जी अपने बिजनेस को कैसे कंट्रोल करते थे. घनश्याम दास जी बिरला अपने बिजनेस को कंट्रोल करते थे by following the system of Padta. और Padta का क्या मतलब है? Padta का मतलब ये है कि घनश्याम दास बिरला जी with all his CEOs and CFOs and all the senior people would sit together with them and he would ask them कि ये जो प्रोडक्ट हम बना रहे हैं, ये प्रोडक्ट हमको कितने का पड़ता है. आर यू विद मी? वो क्या कहते थे? वो कहते थे कि ये जो प्रोडक्ट हम बना रहे हैं, ये प्रोडक्ट हमको कितने का पड़ता है. और वो जितने का भी पड़ता है, जब एक्चुअल में बनेगा तो वो उससे ज्यादा का नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. And that is the Padta system of management control. And friends, for your information, Ghanshyam Das Birla ji of course is no more, but all the Birla Group companies and many of the Marwadi Group companies continue to follow this system of Padta. You also can implement it, the Padta system. And why should you implement the Padta system? You should implement the Padta system because अगर आज बीमारी है तो आपको आज मालूम पड़ना चाहिए. अगर आपके बिजनेस में आज प्रॉब्लम है तो आपको आज मालूम पड़ना चाहिए, ना कि 3 महीने के बाद, ना कि 6 महीने के बाद, ना कि 1 साल के बाद. क्योंकि अगर आज आपके बिजनेस में प्रॉब्लम है और आज आपको मालूम पड़ता है तो आज आप उसका इलाज कर पाएंगे. 3 महीने के बाद अगर आप रिकॉर्ड देखेंगे तो तब तक पता नहीं कैंसर कहां तक फैल चुका होगा. एंड दैट इज द फोर्थ थिंग आई थॉट आई वुड शेयर विद यू, एंड दैट इज implement Padta system. And Padta can be implemented by any business, every business, small business, big business and medium business, doesn't really matter. So friends, with this 4 things, I would like to thank you so much once again and wish you all the best. And I'm sure all of you are doing wonderful job. Let me tell you, किसी भी देश की इकोनॉमी फिल्म स्टार्स नहीं चलाते हैं, किसी भी देश की इकोनॉमी पॉलिटिशियंस भी नहीं चलाते हैं, किसी भी देश की इकोनॉमी क्रिकेटर्स भी नहीं चलाते हैं, किसी भी देश की इकोनॉमी को बिजनेसमैन चलाते हैं और इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट चलाते हैं, आप जैसे लोग चलाते हैं. इसलिए आपको फिर से आपका एक बार अभिनंदन, आपको एक बार वंदन. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू.
On behalf of everyone present here today, I thank you, sir, for taking time out from your busy schedule